Hello, friends. Welcome to this webinar. It is great to have you all to this webinar. I am thankful you have spared your valuable time from your busy schedule to be with us this evening. I hope you will have the best of your time here, and I will not spare any stone unturned to make you realize that this time is one of the best in your life. You will gain a tremendous bounty of knowledge here. And if you will adopt it in your life will be changed for the better for all times to come. I assure you that this knowledge will be unique and you will not get it from anywhere easily. You please keep your notebooks ready to write down your notes. And if you have any question, I will answer those at the end of the session. You please note them down. It would be 30-40 minutes session and you please stay up to the end. Now we will start the session. Our subject for the day is your mindset. Your mindset is very important for the success of you, because your mindset guides you to the path to the success. You are not what you think. Oh, you are what you think. What does it mean? It means you are not what you think of yourself. You are what you think and what is your thinking. What is in your brain, what is in your mind, that is important, and that is what is important, and that is what is required for you to be successful and for the daily actions of your routine. So I am Dr. Jagatjit Singh Virk here presenting to you this webinar, and let's talk about the attitude. Attitude, Mr. Neville Goddard quotes, "You are only limited by weakness of attention and poverty of imagination." What does it mean? It means he says that most of the people, they are weak in attention. They don't focus. They don't concentrate. They don't think, and poverty of imagination. Imagination comes with thinking, because we don't think. Most of the people, they don't think. They are used to their old routine. They mimic others, and that's why they are not creative. They do the things which others do. That's why they are not successful in their life. The law of vibration, Abraham Lincoln says, to believe in the things you can see and touch is no belief at all. Whatever you see, whatever you feel, whatever you touch, whatever you hear, to believe in that is no belief at all. But you believe in the unseen is a triumph and a blessing. Because whatever you think, what is your imagination, what is your fantasy, what is your dream, what is your goal, that is unseen at the present moment, which is going to happen. You are to believe in it, and that is a triumph and a blessing to you. It means you must believe in yourself that you can achieve anything in the world. And until and unless you believe in yourself, you will not have a triumph and a blessing. Those who tell the story rule the planet, says Plato. Your thought energy is in the non-physical spiritual world. You tap it with your intellect and build ideas around that, and these are expressed in physical world and produce results. Attitude is our position or bearing as indicating action, feeling, or mood. It is expressed both your mind and body. Mind is moving and energy, vibration, and in every cell of your body. When it vibrates, the whole body vibrates. Body is a molecular body. It contains molecules. Those are vibrating at a very high speed, and that gives us action, and that gives us the power. Your free will lies in the conscious mind. You can accept or reject any idea. It is up to you. You can accept or you can reject any idea, and you are at liberty. No person or circumstances can cause you to think about thoughts or ideas that you do not choose. Whatever you choose, only those ideas will be in your mind, and you will act upon those. Nobody can compel you to do something else. That's important. Thoughts you choose determine your results in life. To develop a good attitude toward the world in general, each of us must first develop a good attitude toward himself. We can't give to others something we don't have. Action sets up an equal and opposite reaction, and as we express the attitude, the world reacts to us, and the action as it sets up, the action alters our conditions, our circumstances, our environment, and it all up, we call it their results. Our senses, all the five senses, pick up external vibrations and help you correspond and communicate with your material world. Our problem is 97% of the population use them the wrong way. We focus on present results. Once we focus on the present results, we will have the present results as our paradigm. And we will get those very results again, and again. Because we have never changed our thoughts and never changed our paradigms, and those old paradigms will give the same results. They will not give the different results to us. So to change the results, we must change our thoughts and must change our paradigms. That's very important. Results are nothing but the physical manifestation of past attitudes or past images that we got emotionally involved with, that controlled the vibration, which set up the action, which in turn set up a reaction and produce the results. Now, if we are going to let results flow into our consciousness, we are going to keep getting the same things. It is a self-controlled, doomed, fulfilling cycle. It is the vicious cycle we are in, because we have the results. We think of all the results in our thoughts. Those again give the same paradigm, and those same paradigm give the same results. We don't change them. Until and unless we change our thoughts, we don't have the different results from that. They let their bank account control their thinking about their finances. Whatever meager amount is there in our passbook, we will think of only that, and that will give us the same result. Until and unless we think of the higher amount in our imagination, in our dreams, in our goals, we will never change the results from the present ones. They let their x-rays control their thinking with respect to their health. In if they have got something bad in their x-rays, they will go on thinking about that, and that thinking will give the same very result to them in that x-ray. They will never change it. To change that, we must be thinking of health, wellness, and perfect health. That is very, very important to receive the different results of health and wellness. So they let their present results in so far as relationships are concerned, control their thinking in so far as the relationship goes. again that if they are not in speaking terms with their spouse or with their relative, they will go on thinking the perturbed relations always in their mind. So the relationship will never change. They are to give their thoughts in new thing, the love, the affection, um, the good things about other persons, all the nice things about other persons. Only then that relationship will be perfected or completely changed. So we shouldn't be sticking on the old thoughts and old paradigms. We must change them. Our conscious mind is 10% above and 90% of subconscious mind below. It is an iceberg. Our conscious mind is critical thinking, logical thinking, short term memory, willpower. The conscious mind tries to use willpower to control behaviors, habits, and beliefs, but loses out to the subconscious mind's greater influence. Subconscious mind is 90%, and we don't use that. It, it covers the beliefs, creativity, developmental stages, emotions and feelings, habits and addictions, imaginations, intuitions, long-term memory, protective reactions, values. Hypnosis uses this part of the mind for change. Let's look at your mind and your paradigm. In 1934, Thurman Fleet was very involved in the healing arts and holistic health. He stated, "The mind is an activity, not a thing. No one has ever seen the mind. In order to gain clarity and eliminate confusion, I will create an image we can work with." This was Thurman Fleet. He was a physician. He was healing his patients, and he gave the diagrammatic representation of mind, because to make the patients understand about the working of the mind, he has to give something. Because physical body, we will make the image of physical body, but for mind there was no image. So he created that image diagrammatically to make them understand what is mind and how it works. Look at the areas of your life that your paradigm has enormous influence over. Your ability to earn money, your ability to be healthy, your ability to be having wellness, your perception, use of time, creativity, effectiveness, productivity, logic. All these are influenced over by your paradigm. Whatever is your paradigm, that will influence all these things. This is that diagram which Thurman Fleet has given. It is a bigger circle above and lower circle below. The bigger circle is our head, consists of two parts, upper and lower. Upper is conscious mind and lower is subconscious mind, and divided by a psychic barrier. And it is upper conscious mind is a thinking mind. It is educated mind. It has got intellect, and it chooses or accept or reject any idea in it, and all the thoughts originate from it. The lower one, subconscious mind, is an emotional mind, and it must accept, cannot determine the difference between that what is real or what is imagined. So it has to accept all the ideas pressed by the conscious mind. It has got no capacity to reject any idea. So it, any idea which you accept in your conscious mind, it will have to be in the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind, as you accept a thought, it is impressed up on your subconscious mind. It has to accept all the, whether real or imaginary. It may be real or it may be imaginary, no matter. This part of you functions in every cell of your body. It vibrates. It functions in every cell of your body and give the action of the body. This part of you operates in an orderly manner by law. It expresses itself through you in feelings and actions through your body. Any thought you continuously impress upon your subconscious over and over again becomes fixed in your subconscious mind. Fixed ideas will then continue to express themselves without any conscious assistance until they are replaced. Fixed ideas are more commonly called habits, and those habits are reflexly moved into your life. Physical body, the instrument of mind. The thoughts are images that are consciously chosen and impressed upon your subconscious must move your body into action. The action in which you are involved determine your results. Number one, thoughts come into the conscious mind, feelings in the subconscious mind, actions in the physical body, and results are before you. To change results, you have to change your thoughts, change your feelings, and your actions. This is the same diagram of a infant and child, because child has got no conscious mind up to the age of 7, and anything you put in his brain, he will accept it. There is no rejection because conscious mind is not there. And all the things of radio, negative people, TV news, papers and films, whatever you feed the child, it will grasp it, and those becomes its paradigm later life. Energy functions on frequency. You are a mass of energy and you function as frequencies. A frequency is a level of vibration. There are an infinite number of frequencies in the universe. The energy that's flowing into your consciousness has no form. It's neither positive or negative. You have seen it when you switch on the radio. Suppose you are switch on the channel 98.8 in your radio, and you get the frequency of radio station of 98.8 in your radio, and you get the music and the voice of that channel. So wherever you are, you get that radio voice from your channel. Now suppose you have changed the frequency of your radio's tuner from 98.8 to 100.4. Now you will change the frequency and you will get the channel of 104 and get the music and reality of that channel. Where has gone the 98.8 when you shifted from 98.8 to 100.4? It was there. It was in the air. It was all around. And if you start again change the frequency of 98.8, it will again be there in your radio. So these frequencies are always there in the universe. Wherever you are, you may get it from here, there, and everywhere. Wherever you tune in that frequency, you match the frequency of your tuner with the frequency of that channel, you will get that. This is the thing with our brain. When we match our frequency with the goal, which is all things are energy, all things are frequencies, all things are vibrations. When we match our frequency with that of our goal, we get that, we get the reality in us. That is very very important. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of reality you want, and you cannot help but generate reality. Whatever is your goal, you will get those. It can be no longer other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. Albert Einstein says like that. Your thinking is your using the higher faculties. When you use your imagination gives the thoughts the ideas. Thoughts becomes your ideas when you imagine. When your intellect is used, your thoughts become your ideas, and those ideas will give you the health, happiness and wealth in your goals. The action of repeating something that has already been said or written is give you the success. But the success is 5% strategy and 95% mindset. Whatever you do, your your success is dependent only 5% on the strategy and 95% on your mindset. If suppose you are 100 kg weight, you want to reduce it to 70 kg, then you do dieting, you do exercise, you take medicines for reducing your weight, and you do most of the chores to do that, to reduce that. But that is only 5%. Whatever you do will not affect it until and unless you change your mindset. That is 95% actions. So it is all about your mind. It is all in awareness. There is a marvelous inner world that exists within us, and the revelation of such a word enables us to do, to attain, and achieve anything we desire within the bounds or limits of nature. We were choosing our thoughts, turn them into ideas with our intellect, turn the ideas over to the emotional mind, and the emotional mind controls the vibration, which control the action of the body, and action gives us the results. This is the same diagram. Power, supernatural power gives us conscious mind. Thoughts are ideas, ideas are fed into the subconscious mind. Emotions are attached and feelings are given, and that gives the vibration to the body, and vibration gives action and results to the goal. But we are surrounded by negativity all around. Social media, other people, negative people, Netflix, TV, podcasts, all these give us negativity to the our thoughts. And if you are a negative person, you will get the negative results. If you are a positive person, you will get the positive results. It is a law, nobody can change it. It is with you. Always be positive. Paradigms. Paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior, and almost all our behavior is habitual. Paradigms are habits. These habits give us results through actions, but without our thinking. We must create the life you really want. Decide what kind of life you actually want. Then say no to everything that isn't that. All limitations are yours. You are creating your own limitations. It is your thought. Nobody has given you those limitations. Must avoid those limitations and think yourself in a positive mind. Only then you will get your goals. We have all gathered an abundance of knowledge covering numerous subjects from our colleges, our schools, and our internet, and our other newspapers, and all the books. However, most of us learned very little of anything about paradigms, because nobody has taught us paradigms from our classes. Therefore, we frequently do not do what we already know how to do. We have got superior knowledge from the books and from the colleges, from the schools, but we have got inferior results. We have got degrees only, but our results are very, very inferior, and those inferior results cause our confusion and frustration in our life. Our life is full of frustration and confusion. It is all due to our loss of paradigm, because we never understand what paradigm is. So we are confused about that. Cybernetics and paradigms. Cybernetics and paradigms are both control systems and operate essentially on the same principle. Both maintain a definite course of action and will not deviate from the course that has been established. You must alter the paradigm if you desire to achieve improved results. Both companies and individuals, companies for cybernetics and paradigms for individuals, have operating paradigms. Your self-image works on like a cybernetics. Your self-image is everything. If you have got good self-image, your paradigm will be good, and you will be master of your destiny. That is important. Automatic pilot versus a cybernetic system is an example. A flight pattern is programmed into the plane's computer system. When the plane goes off the course, the cybernetic system measures the deviation from the set goal and corrects the flight pattern. The second the plane leaves the flight pattern, the cybernetic system is activated and puts the planes back on the course. This all happens automatically and nothing to do with the pilot. Let's look at the mind. You have conscious and subconscious mind in your body. Your subconscious mind has a part of it as your self image, as your paradigm, and that controls your actions and controls your results automatically. Let's explain. Now, suppose you have a 100 kg weight. You want to reduce it to 70 kg. You decided to go on diet. You will do anything to reduce your weight. And here you are having 100 kg and you have decided to diet and your weight reduced to 70 kg. But you have not changed your paradigm here. Your here paradigm is of 100 kg only. You are thinking of 100 kg. Your self image is of 100 kg. You are thinking of your 100 kg man. You are the picture of 100 kg man is in your mind. You have never put that paradigm of 70 kg here. That's why your paradigm of 100 kg will correct this 70 kg to again 100 kg and results will be the same. That's why most of the people who have tried their weight to reduce, they will come back to their original position all the time because your paradigm is still 100 kg. You are to change your paradigm to 70 kg. Only then your self image will be 70 kg. You see yourself in a 70 kg frame of mind and 70 kg frame of in front of the mirror. When that will be there in your mind, you will do anything and nothing. You will get the results with your paradigm because 95% action is of 95% is of paradigm, and you are to change that paradigm to that is very very important for all the persons who want to get their results of reducing their weight. It is very very important. When a person who is overweight goes on a diet without altering his self image of 70 kg, any weight loss will be temporary. The self image, being a cybernetic instrument, measures the deviation from the set goal and immediately corrects course from 70 to 100. It will correct the course according to self image. The weight that was lost is found and the person comes to the previous position of his weight of 100 kg. That is very very important. Change is the key. Never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. Here, you are not to change your 100 kg paradigm, but you are to change your thoughts in the 70 in the 100 instead of 100 kg 70 kg in your thoughts, and those thoughts will become your ideas, and those ideas will give you the paradigm of 70 kg. You are not to change the previous paradigm of 100 kg by yourself, but by thoughts, by your dreams, by your continuously thinking of the 70 kg. That idea will become the paradigm in your subconscious mind, and that makes the existing model obsolete. That 100 kg model will become itself obsolete. So what do you want? Your want is very very important. What do you want? Your want becomes your desire. If you want to reduce your weight from 100 kg to 70 kg, that should be your want, and that should be instilled in your mind and that will become your paradigm and your desire, and that will give you the action and results. Our mental faculties, use these mental faculties to create the world you want. Never settle, Leland Vander Wall. You have got mental faculties of perception, imagination, will, memory, intuition, and reason. We don't use these. We don't use these higher faculties. These higher faculties will give us higher vibrations of thought, higher frequencies of thought. We will think higher from this, but we are using only our these faculties, our senses. These senses will not take us to higher faculties. They will take us only to the lower frequencies only. What we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we taste, what we touch. These these faculties are local faculties. These can't get us to the higher faculties, higher frequencies of life. Because if our goals are higher, if our goals are much more, we can't reach to those goals with our these senses. We are to use our higher faculties for getting those goals. This is very, very important. We should have the millionaire mindset. That we mindset we can only get with our higher faculties. If we imagine the things, if we perceive the things, and we get those things only with the higher faculties only. Our mind, understanding the laws governing the mind is essential if you want to harmonize with the money frequency of higher value or health frequency of higher value. It is not who you are that holds you back. It is who you think you are not. That is your limitation, which keeps you back. Mindset, your goal is your mindset. If you want to reach your goal, you don't know, but you know you will. And your present result is, you know, and you plan to think what I think I can do, you can do it. And then you fantasize the goal, what I want. That is your want is your goal. That is your mindset. You are to reach to that. That goal is what do you really want to do. That is your goal. Here you want to go, and that you will go with your higher faculties only. Stretch your goals higher and higher. Kick your imagination into high gear. A-type goal, you know how to do it. You control the flow of thought energy. Let it flow freely to and through you, improving everything with which it connects. To move to a much higher frequency of thought, you must first consent and then adapt to the ideas and feelings the new frequency represents. At the suggestion of a move, your paradigm will instantly put up a huge battle, and it will continually fight you. You must take conscious control over the paradigm, remove and replace it. Mindset. The moment your belief matches with any state, you fuse with it. And this union results in the activation and projection of its plots, plans, conditions, and circumstances. This new state of conscious awareness becomes your home from which you view the world, a new world. It is your workshop, and if you are observant, you will see outer reality shaping deep upon the model of your imagination. When you move to a higher frequency, you will be communicating with a world totally foreign to and beyond the reach of your five senses, because you have used your higher faculties for that. You will enjoy those. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will sometimes connect in the future, because when you will see the backward, those backward will give you the impression that you must believe in those, that someday that will give you the result. Your belief in yourself will be important at that time. Schools gave us valuable knowledge. However, schools never taught us how to alter our old paradigms. We are at the old paradigms only. Therefore, we frequently do not do what we already know to do. Mindset will do the same for you. The secret is mindset. Your goal becomes your mindset. Do just once what others say you can't do, and you will never pay attention to their limitation again. These limitations are man created. It is not godly created. You are to not give attention to these limitations. James R. Cook says like that. You must begin to think and go on your path. You are a perfect man. No, you are a unique creation of God. Everybody on this earth is a unique creation of God. Everybody has the potential, but we don't use it. That is important. Nobody is lacking anything. It requires no modification or improvement in your structure. It is all knowing. It is all powerful. It is ever present. It is real you. You are spiritual being. Intellect, emotions are with you. You are a physical being. You must impress upon yourself that you can do anything you want in the life. Spirit is equal to frequency. Spirit and frequency is the same. That is why 100% evenly present in all places. As I have told you, 98.8 is the frequency of radio, and you get that frequency with your radio tuner, and it is always there in all the places. So same time you may switch on from here, there, and anywhere you switch on the radio, you will get that. So it is everywhere. This is that representation of spirit. With spirit is everywhere. These lines are of vibrations, frequencies. The spiritual mind is above intellectual mind. Intellectual being is there, physical being is there, and results are there. Now I have found that people move ahead according to their level of conscious awareness, and we are going to see this. I want you to build an image in your mind of lines, these horizontal lines. You might have seen here. Here we are talking about model of cosmic consciousness, self-consciousness, and simple consciousness. It is like lines on a pad paper. They are just horizontal lines, and this is a graph to explain levels of consciousness. The people with the best attitudes are the same people who operate with a fairly high level of conscious awareness. Think of it this way: science and theology are the only points of reference. You can go to in search of information with respect to your true potential. Both of these areas clearly indicate that nothing is either created or destroyed, which would indicate all the knowledge there ever was or ever will be is 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. In other words, the way to fly an aeroplane has always been there. The Wright brothers merely became aware of the principles governing the flight. Edison merely developed a higher degree of awareness when he created the incandescent light bulb. It was awareness that took us out of the caves and put us in the condominium. Now think of animal operates with a simple consciousness. The animal knows and yet knows not. They have senses. They can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. They are aware of their objective world, but not their subjective world. The next level of consciousness is self-consciousness. That's where you and I operate. We not only have sensory factors to deal with our objective world, we have intellectual factors that will permit us to deal with our subjective world. Then you have the higher level that theology referred to as divine consciousness. Christ consciousness or possibly Krishna consciousness, depending upon your religious persuasions. Science might refer to this level of consciousness as cosmic consciousness, as a person raises their level of conscious awareness to express in their behavior and results. This is where an example is given, and individuals who work for 50 or 100,000 a year are not necessarily working for 50 or 100,000 because that what they want. They are working for 50 or 100,000 because they are not aware of how to earn 200 or 500,000 a year. You are quite capable of earning $1 million a year of you if you develop the proper level of conscious awareness. People suffer from headaches because they are not aware of that. They can eliminate the headache. It is their head. They made it ache, and they can make it stop also. Remember this: you are not a body, you live in a body. You are a spiritual being. Individuals with the lower level of consciousness react to conditions or circumstances. Those with the higher level of awareness would respond. The higher level of consciousness, the greater the greater they will respond. The higher level consciousness, the greater the awareness of the laws of that govern the universe. They know that the thought energy they send into the universe dictates what will return. To see a person with a very low level of conscious awareness is operating just above the animalistic consciousness. It's fight or flight. They react to everything. Now, persons with the higher consciousness, and you and I can raise our level of consciousness. As a matter of fact, that's what this webinar does. Have you ever noticed the people that are way up there in the so far as awareness, how calm and peaceful they are? Have you ever noticed that you are attracted to them? They have something about them that you admire and respect. It's that spiritual spark. It's in their eyes, it's in their movement, it's in their energy, it's in their attitude. This is all about that. We are a spiritual beings. We are non-physical, and we are working on intellect and physical body. And science also says that everybody is energy, and we are working on 11 million kilowatt hour per pound is energy, and we are losing our 50,000 cells per second in our body, because this is an energy. We are energy, and here our these senses, external senses, five senses, work only on these frequencies here. For working on higher frequencies, we are to use our higher faculties. Take the example of water. Water is a physical thing, and it is also consisting of energy. When we heat that energy, is then steam is formed. This is a higher vibrations in the universe. Then if we heat, and it is in the astro vibrations. When we heat the steam, it goes into the air, and that is the etheric vibrations, and goes into the energy is everywhere, and energy is neither destroyed or neither created. It is as it is, so it will go above. So for above these type of frequencies, we are to see that our higher faculties are used. Only higher faculties will detect that. Our lower faculties of sight, hear, and taste and touch and smell won't look at this. This is physical being, but we need that spiritual being only with the higher faculties. Those faculties will give us the results. That is very, very important. Most important idea is conscious educated mind give us emotional universal mind and then give the results. That's important. Mind and paradigm, the change will be huge. You must develop a beautiful image of yourself, study, gain a true understanding of your real potential. Then law of compensation says the amount of money you earn will always be in exact ratio to ratio to the need of or what you do, your ability to do it. The difficulty there will be in replacing you. Focus on your ability to do it, become a master at whatever you do. That is important. My mind is a center of divine operation, the fuller expression, and this means the production of something beyond what has gone before, something entirely new, not included in past experience, though proceeding out of it by an orderly sequence of growth. Therefore, since the divine cannot change its inherent nature, it must operate in the same manner in me. Consequently, in my special world of which I am the center, it will move forward to produce new conditions always in advance of any that have gone before. It is about mind. Mind is important. Power. Power, supernatural power give us thought. The thoughts give response to the environment or universe, and universe reacts to it equally and opposite to it to give the results. And feelings also respond to the universe and give it back equal and opposite reaction, and that feelings is given to the body, vibrations and action is taken and results are there. That is, thank you very, very much.